Hello everyone, I'm here today with another process video. I'm still working on my photos from Denver. I took that trip in May of 2018, earlier this year. So the fact that it's not the end of the year yet and I'm almost done with this is pretty fantastic, at least for me. Normally it takes me a lot longer to scrap things, so the move to pocket pages has really helped me keep up on things a bit more. I don't ever expect that I will be fully caught up, as we talk about in the scrapbooking world, but just not quite so behind, juggling 6 or 7 projects at a time. Woo, that gets to be a lot. So I'm grateful that I'm able to get through this as quickly as I am and still be really happy with the result. So what I'm doing today is more, as you can see, more photos from the Denver Botanical Garden. And in particular, these are all irises. So not only were tulips up, but the irises were up and they were fantastic. They were so gorgeous. So I do want to work with those. I had a lot of pictures of irises and I refuse to do more than just a 2-page layout of them because otherwise it'll totally get out of control. But what that means is I'm actually going to have 2 flips on this layout because I want both of these. They're going to go in this pocket and I want both of these. And they're going to go in this pocket. So my challenges are putting all the flips together. I need to find a card for this space. And then this is actually the back of the other layout. I've already finished what's on the other side. So this is not what I'm using, but I need a card to go in there as well. Now, to make it a little extra challenging, I've already picked out this. This is a 3D I don't know what this is. It's not cardboard. Maybe it is really thin cardboard, but it's a very sturdy material. And you put these together. There are 3 pieces, and you layer them, and it makes them 3D. So you just put pop dots between, and it's gorgeous. And so, even though it's not technically an iris, I guess I do want to use it because it brings in some more of that purple that is featured in a lot of these photos. So I need a card here that's going to match with this. Plus I need cards that are going to go in between these flips. Because I don't have other photos that I really want to showcase, then that means I have to have cards. So I have a lot of work to do on this one. So I'm going to go sort through some cards and then I'll be back. I did find one card so far, and it's going to be for this pocket. I have this one. And let me get this right up to the camera here. It's got kind of this peachy coral color, which will match this set of irises and this, so that's fantastic. And it says, enjoy this. And I definitely did. And it even has kind of the pinky purple color in here that will match well enough. So I'm going to use that. This is what's on the other side. And I was trying to figure out who made this by looking at it. I'm just not sure. I get 2 kits, well, used to. I don't get the Cocoa Daisy one anymore. I recently stopped that one. But my guess is it's either from Cocoa Daisy or Citrus Swiss because those are the kits I've gotten the longest. So that's going to go there. But I still have to find another one for here, here, and then a 4x6 for here. I decided to go through my stash of Cocoa Daisy pocket cards because I knew there were some spring and summer things in there that I hadn't used, and I was just going to see how they work. So here are some that I found. Here's one, which is interesting because it would leave me a spot to journal more if I wanted to, or I could just put a sticker in there or some type of embellishment. It's a little more orangey, but I think it's close enough that I could make that function. And then the other side is just this old dandelion, puffy, past its prime dandelion, where, I mean, it's neutral enough that I could maybe just write some little words on there and use it, but I do like this side better. So I'm contemplating that one. This one's hilarious. It says spring is here, and then in that tiny print down below it says, I'm so excited, I wet my plants. And I like it because there are some colors that match. There's some yellow, there's kind of this peachy coral, there's no purple, but I might be able to deal with it. So I'm keeping it as an option. This side is much too busy. So if I use it, it'll be this side. Then I have this one, which is this cute little bee. And again, it's not exactly the same as this color, but it's awfully close. I think maybe I could just work that in there and then maybe just find like a little phrase or something sticker to just add on this and call it good. I wouldn't really have to do anything else with it. And again, this side is too busy, doesn't really go. So if I use it, it's this side with the single B. And then this one that just says walking on sunshine. And I love that it's bright, but the only problem is the yellow, because really I only have yellow right here. So if I were going to use this, I think I'd have to put it on this side under this photo, like so, because then when you would flip it, and actually it would go this way, not up, but it would go that way, then you'd see it. So I kind of like the idea of it, but I'm not 100% sold. So I think I'm going to take these, and I don't want this side, I want this side. I'm going to take these and just kind of mess around with them, put them in different positions on the pages with the different areas where they might go, and I'm just going to see what I think works the best. So once I figure that out, I will come back to you. So I think I have made my decision on which cards I'm going to use here. Over on this side, I think I'm going to use this one so that when you fold down, that's what you see. There is some yellow in there and it will be next to this, but I think it functions okay because it'll only be when you're flipping the photo. Otherwise, you're just going to see that. So I think that'll be fine. And then on this side, I went with the B. It's just so cute. And I do like that it's awfully close to this, but just a hair darker. So I think that is what I am going to go with. So I'm going to get those set up, and oh, I still have to find the card for this one. But I'll get these set up and just see what I can do. So this layout is turning out to be all about Cocoa Daisy apparently, because I found some great cards that are going to work, and then I went into my stash and I was looking at all of this stuff, and these all happen to be from kits that I've gotten from Cocoa Daisy. So there are definitely things here that will work because there's a lot of purple in there and green, and it is themed to plants and spring and that kind of a thing, so that's good. There are also some items here that might work if I do want to work in a little bit more of that yellow. I could probably do that with some of these. There's also another little bee there, some miscellaneous flowers that you can see in the patterns, so those would certainly function well. And then I have these, and I remembered these are more from kind of a summer and ocean set. However, these little arrow things, like this has purple and yellow, this has purple with little raindrops, there's kind of a marbled look here. This just says remember, but it's got some colors in there that might match. So I'm happy with what I have found here. I think I'm just going to mix and match these as best I can and liven up some of these photos and the cards too. Here's one photo that I've embellished already. I took one of these shapes that were from this set and I put it on there, and then I took one of the epoxy stickers from this set and I put it on top. So that way I worked in a little of the yellow, which there's a tiny bit here you can see, but there's a lot down here, and then they're opposite each other at a diagonal, so that will help pull in some of that color. So that one is done. I can put that back in the flip, and then I really need to work on some more things for this side. This side might be good because I'm going to have this 3D element down here already. I don't want to overwhelm that side of the page, but I'm definitely going to have to do something on this side. I just don't know what that is yet. So to mimic what I did over here, I used the same technique on this photo. I used another element from the chipboard pieces, and then I took an epoxy that I thought would work, epoxy sticker, and put it on there. So this one says plant. And I love this piece because it brings in the color of the irises over here. It brings in the green of the plants, but there's also this kind of yellow, muted yellow that overlaps in there. And so it really brings all the colors together, or at least I think it does. So I'm really happy with the way that that's working out. Now, I'm wondering if I'm going to need, though, something that's underneath here on some of these photos so that when you flip, you get something fun, but I'm not positive yet. So I have that to work on, and then I'm still in search of a card that will go in this spot. Okay, I think I have found the perfect card to go in this pocket. So look at all the colors that are in these photos, and then look at this card. There is some blue in here, but this color and this color are almost a perfect match, and it's floral. Now on the other side though, I do love this, but I think it's too much. With all the different flowers that are already on here, and then it will be flowers on top of flowers, I think that's too much. But if I break it up with this grid section here, which I'm sure was meant for journaling, but I'm not going to use it that way. But if I add it to that, I think what's left on either side of the white tones it down. It doesn't make it so overwhelming. So I got to put the rest of the stuff on hold for a little bit while I put this flower together, because I'm so excited to get it on this card. So if you've never seen what this is or how they go together, these flowers just come in 3 pieces, whoops, like that, and you just layer them on top to give it dimension. Now you could just do it, you know, as it shows like that, and it would look fine. But I like to put at least 1 layer of pop dots in between to really give it that 3D look. So that is my plan. I think it's probably too much in this pocket to do 2 layers, but I think 1 would really help it stand out a bit more. So here is this card all put together. You can see I have 1 layer of pop dots under there, and then it will go right in this pocket. Let me move that out of the way. And so the basic design will look like that. So I'm really loving how that looks and the card that I was able to find. So now it's just really finishing it off with maybe some little phrase labels or other embellishments to give it the final look. I've put everything together by attaching the pockets. So on the left side, when you lift up, you'll see that card that I selected, but then I also decided to add this. It's just a tiny little epoxy sticker that's a butterfly, and it's mainly orange with a little bit of yellow. So I thought it brings in the coral color and then the yellow that's in here. And then, but look how subtle that is. Your eyes really drawn to here, and then you see it, which I like. And then on this side, when you flip down, then you see the bee, and then I just added the epoxy sticker that says hello, and it's in purple, so it matches everything. So I think that's actually all I'm going to do with this one. Again, the flowers are so lovely, I really want them to be the focus, so I don't need much else. And then I will add my journaling later to talk about why I love the flowers and how it makes me feel and all of that. So I do think that it will all come together nicely once the journaling is there. So here's another one that's done, and I think I only have 1 more layout after this one, and then Denver will be complete. Yay! Very excited about that, to be so close to the end. So once again, thanks for watching, everybody.